hear them unless they undeafened.
Welcome
Hey, what's up?
to the stream, everybody.
YouTube! What's up? Naneniwa Nation! Dude,
Nane Nation!
that's a
I
good-
waited to
good
start
one.
the YouTube stream until everyone was here. We're
You should
playing
call your
Ace
viewers the
Attorney.
Nane Nation.
Like they're
the
the worms.
Nane-ish.
They're pathetic worms.
Naneniwa.
They're
Naneniwa Nation. That rolls off the tongue really nicely.
Are we sharing chats yet? Are we sharing?
Yeah, we should be.
Jaws, hit the share chat button.
Naneniwa Nation. The Nane Nation. That goes hard. You're welcome. You can keep that one.
Thanks.
Why is Nane so fucking loud compared to everybody else? Can I turn people down individually?
Haha, no.
Oh, okay, cool.
Really?
I don't know.
Is my mic too good?
I think it might. I think your mic might actually be like way too good.
How's that? Is this better? Meow. How do you change the sensitivity? Can I? Oh, does that kick me out of the lobby? I might kick myself out of the lobby. I'm gonna put it here. And then see how that goes. Wait, guys, don't look. Wait, guys, don't look. Okay. Is it better? Am I cooking?
I think it's fine.
Nane
I think it was literally just for whatever reason that one thing that you said that was just fucking loud. If you yell, I think it's really loud.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I was yelling when I said whatever I said. Are we not sharing our chats?
We are,
How do I do
except
that?
for you for whatever reason.
How do I do that? Where?
What? Why
Yeah,
is
I don't know why it's not letting you share chats with us.
What?
Ooh.
Mom.
Hey man,
Okay. There you go. Now you're in the share
is this
chat.
thing working?
No.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey man, what's up?
Wait.
What's up,
Hunter,
man?
I like your profile picture.
I
on
finally
Twitch.
figured it out, dude.
Oh my
What?
god. You're so sexy for that.
I know.
I don't even know what he figured out. What is it you figured out?
either.
What'd you do?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, wait.
Also,
Okay.
what am I doing?
Yay.
Yay! Yeah. Don't worry about
that one.
it. Okay.
Don't worry about it, kid.
Yay!
Okay. Yay. That's me.
Let me just.
All
On the
right,
day of the
gamers,
collab-
listen up
Wait,
real quick.
Yeah, wait.
Gamers.
Prosecutor and defense will be basically going back and forth, but I noticed there are 5 streamers and only basically 4 main roles. So I'm offering one of my streamer pals who would like to be the 5-year-old with a drawing tablet and throws paper airplanes at the court for the first match.
I don't know. Jari would be really good at that, I feel like.
Jari, if you're the juror, you get to
The
harass
one-
Liffy the whole time.
The one artist.
You will
I kind
influence
of
if
don't
he
like
is
that
guilty.
guy.
Wait, what do you mean? That's
Yeah, just
dude,
be a jury then.
she's-
Here.
I don't
Be
know
the
if she's
jury.
fit to be a juror, if she's just going to be interfering
Do you
with
want
the,
to
with
do you
the
really want
witness
to
the
defend
entire
Liffy, Kiari?
one. This is
Do you
not
really
yeah,
want
a
to defend
jury
this
dude.
smug?
Yeah, sure, you know?
Is that
Yay!
really what you want? Do you really want to fight Nane in court? Well, I guess Jaws gets the drawing.
This,
All
is
right,
this
Jaws,
toxic
get on your
Yuri?
little drawing
All right,
tablet.
Jaws.
Oh wait, what happened? Sorry.
What?
I don't know.
So sadly, one of you has to be a juror.
Oh, Kiari, do you want to be the juror or do you want me to be the juror? I'm fine with either.
Oh my god, they're getting along. This isn't working out. Puncher, do something.
I leave this in fate's hands.
All right,
Well,
there
I
we
guess
go.
I'm the defense.
Ready up.
All right.
Okay.
You're not a
Well,
French
well,
gator.
Really quickly,
I
did
turned-
everyone customize their sock?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Do you
Yep.
get the outfit icon?
Hey,
Yes.
why did Liffy not ready? Why did
Wait,
Liffy not
actually,
ready?
hold on. I'm checking my guy again.
You get your little sock
This
in the bottom right. You can
motherfucker.
customize your guy.
Kill this
Bottom
guy.
right. Okay. Well, Liffy does that. Your
I'm good.
role is also explained to you in the bottom left. It's literally one sentence. It's impossible to confuse what it's telling you to do.
Be biased. Got it.
Yes, you are allowed to be biased. You are the
Why
judge.
does it say to beat up Liffey Smug?
Well, you're the bailiff. That's your job. And
I saw
the second we get in there, I'd like to remind everyone that it is no longer Punter or Mr. Punter. It is Your Honor. Okay?
Yes,
Your Honor,
sir.
Mr. Punter.
You can call me that too. That also works. But the second you get in that courtroom, it's Your Honor.
Your
And
Honor.
Liffy is going to have to play the role of every single witness. So Liffy, I hope you have multiple voices prepared. And don't mix them up.
We'll-
This will
we'll
help.
see.
The prosecutor
see
will
if I
use that
do.
against you.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Your
end my
Honor?
because everyone needs a POV. Yes. Any questions actually before we go?
No.
I'm
All right,
ready.
perfect.
Fuck it, we ball. Let's see how it goes.
All right.
Okay, man.
Prosecutor Naneniwa is now going to tell everyone what her charges are against the witness, Mr. Smug, whenever she feels so inclined to do so.
What? What?
That's her. Job, okay? This is your first time.
I didn't know.
Just as a reminder, I will be hitting you with my funny little mouse.
Your Honor, punish that man.
Which one?
The green one.
Will that suffice, Jerry?
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Of course, Jerry. Yeah, I guess I should have warned
Okay.
everyone that. Got it. Prosecution. Your charges.
Huh.
What? Oh.
Oh man.
What are
Mr.
you-
Smug.
Stop throwing stuff at Your Honor.
Yes.
They're throwing stuff at me.
Okay, and why is that my problem?
You're the judge.
And
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if no one wants to say it for the court, I would like to say we are accusing the defendant for, what is it? Not being, Mr. Smug, not being a catboy when acting like a catboy. Also, he's Canadian. I thought, ... We can find out more about that issue later. I believe the first issue is more important.
Mhm. So, prosecution, do you have an opening statement you'd like to address to the courtroom and Mr. Smug? No? We count that as your opening statement? So yes?
Your
Okay,
Honor,
defense. Mr.
Wait,
Johnson?
what?
The defense would like to raise a question.
Of course, of course.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Were you
Ask
talking
look at
to
the
me?
prosecution.
Hello?
I'm not the one charging. It's the prosecution.
Yes.
So, sorry, the defense is having some trouble understanding some of these claims the
Mhm,
prosecution's trying to bring up. Can you elaborate a little bit further on what exactly my client has done wrong here?
Your client has introduced themselves as a green catboy American.
That's
This
wrong.
is, yes.
move.
See,
Objection.
Your Honor,
Yes.
he agrees that these lies are
Sure,
truly
so-
blasphemous.
Who agrees
I'm
these lies are
not a
blasphemous?
catboy.
Mr.
You
Smug
believe you're not a
himself, the
catboy.
accused.
So you're okay.
Kidden, let the defendant do the talking, okay? So, the grounds that you're saying that my client, Mr. Liffy Smug,
Yes.
is not only a cat boy, green, and American is absolutely preposterous. Okay, first of all, you're claiming that because he's an American, okay, he's guilty.
No. I'm saying that your client spread these lies, which later on I spoke of, which caused great defamation to my reputation for being told these lies.
I just realized something.
You know?
I'm not the defendant.
Yes. No, you're Liffey. This is against Mr. Smug.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
okay?
understand now. I apologize for any previous outbursts.
So,
I will shut
anyways,
up
you
now.
see my defendant right here,
Did you get that
Mr.
down, Vera?
Smug, who's green,
Or the witness
who is
agreed with
very
me?
much green. I mean, you can quite literally look at him. He is actually green. Is green.
Yeah. And not a cat boy. Do you see kitty cat ears?
He has a hat on.
And the space helmet?
Yeah.
Is he from
That
the
doesn't mean he's
ocean
not a
or the
cat boy.
moon?
No,
Which
no,
one
it's-
is it?
He's just got a funky. Listen. He's being accused of breaking news. What the?
Oh.
That's
Is that true? Do you
What?
refuse to cooperate, Mr. Liffey? Oh my gosh.
Sorry, misplaced,
This
my
guy.
bad.
All right. Well, first things first.
And the
One,
realist?
my guy Green. Two, he's a
Mhm,
cat
mhm.
underneath the helmet that he's been incarcerated in. Three, he's also an American. So I don't know where you're coming up with all of these slanders, saying he's not any of those. Oh shit! It's hit me.
Can we call the
we-
witness?
I say, let's kill that guy.
Let's
What
see.
the hell?
I second that.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I second that.
Hey, can anyone else not hear the judge?
I can't. If Punter is saying anything, I can't hear him.
If
Your Honor.
yeah, if
I
Your
mean, Your
Honor
Honor,
is saying
Your Honor.
anything, I
We
can't hear him.
at all.
Yeah, you're talking and nothing's coming out, Your Honor.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Hey, do you want to like silence
true?
me if you want to? Oh, there you go.
Oh,
now
there
we
we
can
Oh,
hear
there
you.
we go.
Mr. Smug,
pressing the
I
wrong
think we have some
button.
unfortunate
Oh,
news.
there we go, Your Honor.
There we go.
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank you.
you're fucking cooked, buddy. It might be over.
Prosecution,
I can
would you like to bring a witness to the front? Stand, please.
Your Honor,
Girl, she's cold.
I just have,
I'd like
I
to
have so much
brazen
to
a-
say.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
yeah,
I was writing a note.
Yes, defense.
Sorry.
they ain't standing on business right now.
Wait. Witness? Witness?
This is
bring a
true.
witness.
Prosecution, you have a
Yes.
witness?
Yes.
Yes. Liffey right here is.
Yes.
Prosecution, looking at my notes here, there is no Liffey in the witnesses. There is a little girl and truck driver. Who are you addressing to the stand?
Little girl. The little girl. Yes.
Hold on. Yes. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yo, little Timmy, you down there in the well?
You. Why is the witness in the well?
Hello?
He's going over.
Okay. Yes.
Thank goodness she got saved from the well.
Yes, I would like to call you to the stand.
How do I get up? Am I in the stand? I think I'm in the stand already. Sorry.
Your Honor, the witness just ripped ass in the courtroom.
They're just a little girl.
My mommy tells me
Yeah,
it's
grow
natural.
up. Yeah,
Your-
grow up.
May I address Your Honor?
Prosecution, would you like to actually ask any questions, the little girl?
Oh yes. So, I hear you are a fan of Mr. Smug's channel.
No,
Oh. Well, it said
I haven't uploaded in like a year. He has literally no videos now, actually. Like,
So so Mr. Smug, you're saying has no evidence on their channel of being or not being a cat boy.
Sorry to interrupt, Your Honor, but I think we lost a juror.
Uh-oh.
oh my god.
Appears we have, yeah.
Damn.
I missed that.
Didn't want
Wait,
to
why did
interrupt
she
that,
get
but
beef?
What the
thought that was important to say.
Yes, the other juror had forgotten to change their settings from full screen to windowed. They have since made the change.
Do we
I
want to
don't know.
reset?
You probably have to. Yes.
Good. All right, court is
Alright,
adjourned for
recess
5 minutes.
until-
Okay.
Recess.
Okay.
5-minute
was
recess
productive.
and we'll reform in the courtroom.
Does that mean we're restarting the lobby? Oh, windowed actually is really nice. Oh, cinematic. Cinematic. Look at this. Wait, I actually kind of rock with this. Yeah, I'm rocking with that. Well? Can I join off Punter? I can't. When I right click, it says I can watch and invite to watch. Okay, here we go.
Fine, you guys can do the
It's
thing
too
you
late,
guys want to
alright.
do. It's just
Mr.
hard
Johnson,
to
step
talk
into the
when
jury
everybody's
stand.
talking all the time.
Too late. Never mind. Just get over there. Apparently, Nane is now the journalist.
What?
Oh, wait, so am I the...
I don't know
oh.
what I'm doing. I'm just
You look like you spot.
taking spots because I didn't know what the vibes were.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
good to game.
Ready up, as the kids would say.
Honestly,
Ding.
my opening accusation was lame anyways, so
Do
Well, now you just
over.
make another
Yeah.
one. Do over.
I figured this would happen. Okay, guys. Okay, chat, you have to help me.
Dementia.
What? Dementia.
Yeah, please.
Yay!
Let's go.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
prosecution. Once again, your opening statement, please. Get those charges ready and read them out for the room against our defense, who has not yet been named. I'm sure the defense will come up with a name.
Yeah.
Very green.
What?
You look very green today.
Ow.
Bailiff,
I am green.
Yes, sir.
whack his pee-pee.
Huh?
Thank you, bailiff.
Thanks, man.
Masterful gambit, Your Honor.
Pickle eater.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Bro.
the pickle eater is accused of eating everyone's pickles with prolonged eye contact. I understand it is Pride Month, but there's times and place for everything.
Goodness.
Good God.
Defense, your opening statement, please.
Okay. Miss Niwa brought up a good point. It is Pride Month, and the defense would like to raise that my client, Mr. Pickle Eater, is just doing what he does, you know?
Mr. Johnson, this is the opening statement is you just explaining your side of the defense. You're not justifying what Mr. Pickle Eater does.
Well, our client, Mr. Pickle, is innocent. He has done no wrong whatsoever.
Excellent opening statement. Prosecution.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like to ask the witness any questions or ask the defense any questions?
Yes. I would
Whenever
like
you're ready,
to
prosecution.
ask the doctor a few questions.
Please bring the doctor
Yes.
up to stand.
I also have
Me,
a
the
few
doctor.
questions about the evidence in my file folder. When will I be able to use these?
I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me.
Let me get you a prescription.
Okay.
Okay. Prosecutor,
Yes.
whenever you're ready.
Did the doctor write it? Can you not read it? Is that my handwriting?
It's.
I mean, the doctor's
it's-
handwriting kind of sucks anyway.
Yeah, that's so true. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. As you can see, there's something about a little black notebook. Could you tell me more about that?
The little black notebook. That would appear to be the death note. Actually, I don't think I'm supposed to be talking about this, but yeah.
The death note. And are you sure it wasn't
it?
a log book or a ledger book of Mr. Pickle's or Mr. Eater's escapades?
It could be Mr. Eater's escapades. Potentially that or
this death
the death
note.
note. It could be a death note.
Like, you can at any point in time, you can object to anything they're saying, just as a reminder, defense.
And would you say your and would you say that the prosecution, the accused, is a known pickle eater? Have you seen them eat a pickle before? Doctor?
Actually, the client did come in to see me for an appointment a few weeks ago. They had a rash, actually.
I believe
on their
that's
lower
confidential
region.
information. Oh my.
The defense
was-
believes it's
Your
relevant to
Honor.
the case. And my client, Mr. Pickle Eater, has agreed to release that information.
It was a pickle related rash.
Oh God,
What kind of pickles are we talking about? Is this some lingo for?
If you can see, I've presented the little black notebook that had
Oh, let me.
your client's escapades.
Okay. And also a bullet.
A bullet casing.
Hmm.
This was trash found on the scene.
Okay.
These leaked DMs stating how
How
much.
did you get those?
Well, it seems the two of you had been messaging each other about the pickle incidents that are happening. In one of them, I see there's a screenshot of a pickle before and after being eaten. Can you confirm that you received these messages? These leaked DMs of you of the pickle being eaten? And tell me why, Doctor, did you want
Objection,
to get messages?
relevancy?
Your Honor?
Your Honor, you need to project your voice a little
Honor,
bit.
Or is-
How is
yeah.
the death note relevant to the fact that Mr. Pickle eats pickles?
It's not a death note, Your Honor. It's a ledger. My client is my witness is simply I believe, lying in the court about it being a death note.
Okay,
Due
well, is
to
that-
these
is
leaked
that
DMs.
speculation, or are you absolutely certain that he is lying? Well,
Absolutely
we're going to
certain.
skip past the Death Note evidence for now, as I have to agree with the defense. I don't see the relevance of the
man.
Death Note ledger to
Hey.
the case at hand of
Hey, man.
Mr. Pickle
Look,
eating pickles.
Do you agree?
I understand. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you agree also?
Thank
yeah.
you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Let's kill this guy.
What
I'd like
the?
to present this to Your Honor.
I don't trust this.
Oh,
Is
Jerry,
that
I'll have
your
you know. I'll have you know, I got my degree at a very reputable school. Okay.
Okay, what was the
Yeah,
school?
was it online?
Your Honor,
It
I want to show
was-
this.
Um.
Can we kill this guy, Your Honor?
I really like
well,
this. It's very
technically up
cute
to the
art.
prosecution. If the prosecution wants to push for death,
I don't
Can they
believe.
push for death faster?
well, that's up to the prosecution, and if they can convince the jury.
Your Honor, as you can see, we have leaked DMs in a sketchbook. All the leaked DMs, obviously, with the before and after pickle eating. That. Who threw that? Who threw that?
Please continue on with your.
That pickle eater sent to the doctor. They were in relations to each other, Your Honor.
Oh, I just realized what I can do. I'm so silly. Check this out. Oh, hold on, wait.
I missed that guy.
Stone.
What did I do?
What's that?
Just trying to do something here.
That'll be all, Your Honor.
Thank you. Why is it not letting me move you?
What the hell, man? This is an
Alright,
abuse
my
of
mallet
power.
has two settings on it. You see, one allows.
Get him.
present evidence.
You will refer to the judge with honor.
Yeah, please refer to me as Your Honor. Smacking my little mallet. Sorry, Vera.
Your Honor, that was a misfire on the press.
No, thank. It's all right. I'm trying to figure out my little hammer.
Your Honor,
Your Honor,
it's
I think
hammer
it's a-
time.
Yeah, Your Honor, it is a very
I have to
impressive
agree.
hammer. It's
That's
not
actually a huge
little-
hammer. Your
Yeah,
Honor.
yeah.
It's a massive hammer,
Definitely
Your
well
Honor.
above average.
Biggest I've ever seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your Honor, I would
It's
be
not letting
honored
me
to have a
move
hammer.
The
that big.
witness. It's the front.
You can
hold
move
on.
me?
What's it? There we go.
Oh, there we
Get that
go.
guy out of
Oh.
here.
I know,
Figured
beat
it out. Please
doctor.
continue with questioning the doctor.
Ow! Ow!
All right. Well,
Please stop
ow.
harassing the medical professional.
the defense would like to raise a few questions to the doctor.
Defense, it is
Yes.
currently your turn to speak.
Well, doctor, you may have noticed in our client's medical file, it's not looking good. It's
Yes.
definitely not looking good. Unfortunately, my client, Mr. Pickle Eater, has a very bad case of needing to slurp down on that shit, crazy style. Absolutely glizzy gobbling. 100%.
It's terminal.
And it's terminal. He can't stop it. It is literally a medical need for him, Your Honor.
He's got to eat them pickles.
Doctor, can you confirm this to be the case?
Yes, I can. It was a very serious case. So we studied over it. I'm doing my thesis on it, actually.
I'm gonna write that down in my notes.
So the defense would
life's
like to
work.
raise the point of Mr. Pickle Eater needing to eat pickles. It is,
Do you
it is
agree?
it's in his
Do you guys
nature,
agree?
it's in his medical
Yeah.
file. It's
Agree?
it's who he
I agree.
is.
Well, actually,
Want to like check it all? Like, anything? Just let them keep
Well,
going.
Well, I have a red light, Your Honor. I'm not allowed to speak.
Well, no. You can object at any point in time.
Oh, objection!
I'll-
Objection! I would like to
Prosecution?
speak. I would like to state, just because your client must eat pickles for their medical condition, does that mean they have to make prolonged eye contact with people while they do this?
Doctor,
well,
does he have to?
Actually, there is a chemical triggered in the brain when you make eye contact that makes it specifically for his case, since it is so dire and serious that it amplifies the effect of the pickles eating on his brain. So I could see why potentially he would want to do that. However, consent is always important, of course.
And this is in the
Very
medical
true.
file?
I'm not 100% sure if it's on the medical file. It may not have been only me that wrote on there. Could have been another doctor.
Doctor, I need you to be 100% truthful with me right now, okay? Is it on the
Of
medical
course.
file or not? Because you seem not so confident.
I'd have to take a look at the medical file.
All right, we're going to send the doctor down from stand. Should I hit him with my mallet?
Your Honor, I would like to call on the president, if possible.
Call. We can do that.
Oh.
Your Honor, the jury is trying to communicate with you.
Your
It
Honor,
appears
I'm
the
hungry.
jury is hungry.
You hungry? Does the
I'm
jury want to take a
Your
five?
Honor, I
Let's
think
talk
the
about
doctor's
pickles,
sleeping
making
with
the
Mr.
jury
Pickle.
hungry. And Your Honor, and
Wait,
that's
Your Honor,
actually
I
a
want
great point.
pickles.
See, even the jury
Yeah.
is hungry now from this conversation. This is just like this is just furthering the case of Mr. Pickle Eater.
All right. Okay. Well, the jury can take a 5-minute recess and go get food because they are apparently very
Well,
hungry.
I gotta be honest. I do love a pickle myself every now and then.
Who's saying that? Is the president or is that the doctor?
It's me, the president.
Oh shit, the president.
Well, you are the president of Pickle Corp, right?
I love pickle pork. It's my favorite. As the president, I have to love it. It's my product.
How long have you been making pickles?
Practically my entire life. I inherited the business from my father when I was a young boy. Worked very, very hard. Climbed my way up from the mailroom into the office. It was a very, very impressive, actually. My father said I was the best. There was simply nobody else for the job. I just was so good at it.
Bailiff, can you smack that man for me? Thank you.
Simply there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mr. President, question.
Yes.
How many pickles do you think are eaten every day?
Oh, well, there's got to be at least quite as many as. We sell a lot of pickles. We make a lot of money from selling a lot of pickles, so I can only assume that many pickles from our company get sold
And
every single day.
What
and get
would you
eaten.
say the average amount of pickles is eaten by a person?
Probably in the
A singular
it's gotta be in the
person.
millions.
A
It's gotta
single
be in the
person?
millions.
Can eat in the millions of pickles?
I mean, I'd have to consider the demographics. You know.
In
Like-
Pickle Eater, was he a familiar face?
Relevance.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm watching the telenovela, dude. I'm trying to see what's up.
Any further questioning?
And do you recognize Pickle Eater as someone you know? Did he work for you, mayhaps? Was he a
Pickle
customer
Eater.
you knew?
He and I go way back, actually. We're good friends, great friends growing up. He bought quite a few pickles from me and my family's company, I'd say. I'm very appreciative of all of his business. Has made me a lot of money, lots and lots of money in Pickle Corp. He can put them back. He's very, very talented, I gotta say. Very talented at eating pickles.
And how often would he eat pickles in front of you?
Oh, we don't. I don't hang out with him that much. I do not know what he gets up to behind closed doors. But I gotta say, in the times that I've seen him, he'd be eating the pickles. Very good. Makes a lot of eye contact though. Kind of weird. Don't know why he does that personally. But
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection defense?
So Mr. President says it's kind of weird. However, I would like to raise this evidence. of suspicious noises underneath the bed, which included my client, Mr. Pickle Eater, and the president himself.
How do you know that? We paid him off. That shouldn't be relevant anymore.
Obviously,
Gave him
you
a lot
hadn't
of
paid
money
enough.
to shut up about that. Push that under the rug. I don't know how you got that information. You'll be hearing from my lawyers too.
Breaking news.
A breaking news piece.
President's pickle eating underground
Fake
exposed.
news. Not true. Whoever this is it's all fake.
Defense,
Not
do you have any
reputable
questions
sources.
for the witness?
Yes, actually, I do, Your Honor. So, Mr. President, you claim to say that this is all fake, but these documents have
real.
clearly documented you and my client in very intimate relations. And you even yourself have claimed Mr. Pickle Eater is very good at what he does. So would you not say that the prolonged eye contact did nothing but enhance your guys' experience together? I mean, Your Honor, for example, who doesn't want prolonged eye contact when they're getting their pickle ate? You know what I mean?
You know what? I can agree. I love myself a good pickle every now and then. It's it's not unheard
You
of.
should try
Enjoy a
ours.
good
They're
good.
very good. They're the best of the best, Your Honor. The best of the best.
Natasha's beautiful.
Thank you.
Jury, do you have something you'd like to share with everyone? Jury, Tosh?
Yeah, hang on.
All right, everyone.
I
hold on
can't
for-
see behind me. You tell. Is it
hold
a
on,
picture
I
of
can
me?
open
Do I look good? I'm sure I do.
Well, there, you should be able to see it now.
There I am. Look at me. Beautiful as always. Me, the president.
That is all, Your Honor.
Thank
All
you
right,
for letting me look.
Wrong witness. There we go.
I'm the president.
Crazy how the president and the doctor are never in the room at the same time.
Your Honor,
Honestly,
Yeah,
kind of
that's
strange,
sus.
but you
May
know,
I-
I'm not worried about
How
it.
weird.
may I ask another question to the witness?
Of course. What do you
Your,
need?
your turn, prosecution, please. Your evidence.
Now, as you can say, since your scandal has been unveiled, were these actions consentful or unconsentful? By
If
Miss-
you have to ask me, I think it's all AI generated. I've heard a lot about that these days. I don't think any of it is real. Like I said, we paid him a lot of money. Shouldn't be talking about this, but since it's all out in the air now, it's all fake news, AI generated. It can't be real. It's not real.
It sounds like the witness was unconsenting to the prolonged pickled eye contact eating that Mr. Pickle
Objection,
Eater.
Your Honor. The witness is not reliable whatsoever.
Defense reason.
I actually disagree. I think I'm one of the most reliable
They've been
people
caught
ever.
clearly in the court. These documents have clearly shown that Mr. Pickle Eater and the president have had relations. This witness is not trustworthy. They're
Ask
lying
my
on
Which
their own,
piece of
friends.
Your
evidence,
Honor.
by the way?
Ask all. I have many friends, very famous, very rich.
Oh wait, hang on.
Ask
Does it
my
not appear anymore?
friends. They'll all tell you the same thing.
I can see
Hit
all
tab.
the
The
evidence.
president,
Yeah.
Pickleport president will say I'm the most trustworthy
The
and
suspicious noise under
reliable
the bed
person in the world.
The noise.
between him and Mr. Pickle Eater. They were getting fucking freaky with it, Your Honor.
Mhm, mhm.
Were you
They were
present,
busting it
defense? Were you in the room when it happened, defense?
I do have someone who was in the room.
Oh,
My
should
client,
we,
Mr.
are they in the
Pickle
room
Eater.
with us right now? Should I?
Yes,
are they a
they're right
witness?
here.
Okay, well,
Is that
obviously
right,
we
Mr.
can't
Pickle
call
Eater?
the defense up to the stand.
Oh yeah, no,
defense.
it's, yeah, okay, I understand.
I thought the doctor was in the. Sorry,
Listen, we got it. We have to bring this out into the open. You can't keep this a secret. You have to come forth with this.
You better shut the
Okay.
fuck up. Shut
Okay?
up.
This is the only way I can prove your innocence.
Better not be saying anything.
Understand. Okay. Yes, Mr. Pickle Eater stands behind it 100%. It was a real thing that happened.
That
The
he
president
ate.
got the pickle ate by Mr. Pickle Eater with prolonged eye
Okay,
contact.
I'd like that. We're gonna put that on record. I'm just gonna add that to my notes.
On that,
I got that recorded as both prosecution and anyone who's taking notes should definitely keep track of it. It's definitely very important. So please stop
Yes.
throwing paper balls at anyone except the witnesses.
That's what I'm throwing
No
it at,
one
Your
else
Honor.
deserves it except the witnesses.
That's what I'm trying to throw it at, Your Honor, as a witness.
This is messed up.
Don't talk, witness. You've lost
Maybe
your rights.
maybe
My-
call the
My
doctor to the
airball's a little
stand.
off, Your Honor.
Wait, who you call? You want to call the doctor?
Yes.
Doctor is in the stand.
Yes, hello.
Prosecution?
It's me, the doctor.
Doctor, have you ever seen your client eat pickles in front of you?
Well, we're doing extensive testing for his treatment. Yes, he's had a couple pickles around me.
And would you say that the prolonged eye contact was necessary?
As I stated before, with the side effects of having prolonged eye contact, having effects on the chemicals in the brains while he eats the pickles, then yes, it was necessary for the specific testing of the treatment that we were doing at the time, yes.
Now, we have these leaked DMs between the two of you. Was it necessary for him to document to you every time he had a prolonged eye contact pickle with you?
No, it was not explicitly stated in the prescription I gave him.
And do you know who in which he had this prolonged eye contact pickle eating session with?
No, I do not, no.
You would
Objection, relevancy.
Defense explain.
We've already established that these, this is a medical need. What exactly are we trying to dig for here?
That is true. Prosecution, please rephrase your question.
Would you know if the evidence leaked in your DMs to each other had consent?
No, I do not believe there was necessarily consent to the text messages
What the hell?
that were sent to me. He kind of did just send them, but I didn't really think too much about it as I'm his doctor.
So would you say that you are a victim, one of the victims of the pickle eater in his prolonged eye contact pickle eating sessions?
Objection, this is conjecture.
Elaborate, defense.
What does that mean?
Yeah, please elaborate for the witness.
This has absolutely no relevance whatsoever. This is a medical professional. They have they have to document the treatment plan. They have to document everything that goes on between them. What is this consent?
Well,
That's his job. It's his job to treat my client.
Okay. Well, apparently, prosecution would like to put forth this evidence of a violent epidemic involving toilet paper.
Yes.
Prosecution, sorry, I'm going to ask on the defense's behalf.
Is it
what
true?
Does that have to do?
Is it
with
true,
the
doctor, that there are
question?
more people suffering from this pickle eater epidemic? That would you say that people who have received prolonged eye contact also become people who need to eat pickles with prolonged eye contact?
I
And thus
do
the
not
client pickle eater
necessarily-
is patient zero, spreading the need to eat pickles?
I've actually never thought about that within my research on the.
Have you
rare
eaten a
case
pickle
that is
recently with
Mr.
prolonged
Pickle.
eye contact?
Now that you mention it.
Objection, our doctor doesn't have this condition as Mr. Pickle Eater.
Is that true, doctor?
Not yet. Not.
Well,
Now
if
that
the
you-
doctor said, yeah, it's over. I have to side with
Said not
defense
yet.
on this. If he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it.
Well, I'm actually learning a lot from this case.
Excuse me, Your Honor,
Sorry,
would like to hear the doctor's credentials.
Actually, yes. You know what? I'm also starting to question. Thank you,
Sorry,
jury.
question that. Yeah.
I'd like to question, doctor. Can we hear some of your credentials? Because it's starting to sound like you're not really a doctor.
We, the jury, would like to
I-
know what medical
Pickle
school he
sex
went
pest.
to.
Can I
Hold on, bailiff.
get back to you on that?
Bailiff, duck him.
I knew that.
Okay, so we're just going to the duck. The doctor's no longer allowed to speak on the behalf of the client or anyone in this case. We're scratching him from the record.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Okay.
I went to
defense?
Harvard.
And the defense rests theirs because nothing has been said to disprove any of Mr. Pickle Eating's needs.
All right, we now turn to the jury. Unless there's some kind of news anchor or bulletin that might sway the jury one final time before I ask for their opinion on the matter.
I went to Harvard.
Thank you, Doctor. After the fact. Thank you, bailiff. Just wondering. Oh, we got news. Hold on. This
Breaking
might sway the
news!
jury.
Wait, what?
So, apparently, the doctor is dead.
I thought we
I
put him
said
under
no.
witness protection.
So did I, bailiff.
Hey, I was here the whole time. Okay?
Okay, well, apparently someone in the jury is admitting to killing the doctor. Please kill that juror. Take them outside.
Sir.
You're under arrest.
Okay, well, you're now under arrest and being detained for the murder of one of the witnesses in this case. Well,
We'll hold that court session later.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the other witness up one last time and see if defense or prosecution have any questions for the president of
It's
Soxton.
me, the president. Everybody wants to talk to me.
Why didn't this guy
Prosecution, defense, any questions for our friend here before I turn the verdict to the jury?
I got lots to say, lots to talk about, and plenty of answers. I'm a very smart man. I know a lot, actually.
Nothing? Prosecution? Nothing defense?
Well,
Nope.
let me
I rest my case.
All right, well,
I think
that's
the
it.
evidence
Rest of the
speaks for
case. All
itself.
right, I'm
Also,
sorry.
let it be known.
I think that the prosecution's just jealous they ain't getting their pickle eaten. TBH.
Your
get my
Honor,
pickle
I would like
eaten
to
all
state
the
to the
time.
jury that I definitely my pickles are being eaten. They're very homemade. They're very homemade pickles. They're vegan.
Not as good as mine. We got the best of the best. Our pickles at Pickle Corp are the best. You should buy them. Very affordable.
Prosecution? Anything?
Made in America.
All right,
The
well,
best place on
prosecution
earth.
yields the talking stick. All right, we're going to turn to the jury. Both you've heard the arguments from the prosecution and the defense. Jurors, your verdict. You can either put an X or an O. Let me know if you should be free or go, or you can write kill, whatever you feel like. Remember, this is not for the witness. This is for the pickle eater, not Mr. Smug. This is
Not
for the
me.
pickle eater.
I'm going to live
Yeah, guys.
because I'm the
I think
president.
the pickle eater is pretty innocent here.
I think he's innocent. The president
Yeah,
is
that president,
doing
and that doctor is
horrible things to him. The doctor is a quack.
Yeah, and I mean,
I've done nothing
Doctor's
wrong.
dead.
It'll be
well,
okay,
once
That
Mr.
you're
too,
dead,
doctor's
kill the
dead too.
doctor.
It's all
Make
gonna
sure
be
note
okay.
that. Peter,
I'm
put that
still
on record.
alive.
I also did
No,
see
the
the
doctor's dead,
tabloids
shut
of pictures of the president leaving the hotel that him and Mr. Pickle Eater
Yeah.
were at.
Oh, is that in the
Fake
evidence?
news,
I don't
AI
see that in the
generated.
evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay,
Yeah, it was
Mr.
on
Pickle Eater.
TMZ.
We will have justice for you.
That's the fakest news of them all, actually. I only
Jury,
get my news from reputable sources
just
like
give me.
This is
X.com.
my verdict on Mr. Pickle Eater.
Why is your banner?
Can you stop talking,
sorry,
Mr.
question
President?
to
You're
jury.
literally
Why is your
losing the
banner
case for
blue?
us.
Oh, you're siding with one. Okay, I see.
yeah,
I
there,
think the
there-
Oh,
there's
my
like
God,
two
can you do
buttons here.
that?
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
you pick. Okay, so
we literally just clicked that
fuck
I
button.
up. circle.
apologize.
pick. All right. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
President.
Let's just say we're all in agreement that Mr.
All right.
Pickle Eater is not
Mr.
guilty.
Pickle Leader, by the power invested in me as a judge of the honorable people of Saxon, I sentence you not guilty.
You'll be hearing from my lawyers, Mr.
Hooray.
Pickle
I am
Eater.
your lawyer.
Not anymore. Not anymore. You're fired.
Another satisfied customer. My 100% defense rate.
I hit play again and see what happens.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Well, I don't want to be defense
Oh,
again.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, bunch of
Does-
randomize
does-
everyone.
Hold on, before I'm gonna
Dibs.
go over here on their
Oh, we're
side.
gonna do-
Does anyone want a specific role? Like
I would
really
love to be the
specific?
witnesses.
I'm okay being
Okay.
a juror. I don't care.
I'd
It's
love to
fun.
see Jaws be a witness.
I would like to be
Okay.
the defense.
Okay.
Kari, do you want to play
I'll
prosecutor?
keep it a juror.
Or do you want to be
Okay. Wait.
defense?
Well, why'd you
Oh, I miss
disconnect? It's not here.
Gary. Oh.
I miss Gary.
Oh, did it? They
Wait,
gave
where'd
me
she
TC
go?
again.
Did she get DC'd?
It's possible. I hit play again, but it brought everyone here except her. Hold on. I'm gonna give her the code.
What if I
Did
was
she
the bailiff
DC?
this time? Actually, hang on. What if I could turn people into ducks if they got out of line?
Tumbles.
Good.
Whack their PP.
Kill him.
Let's get Kiari back. Give her the code.
I miss Kiari, man.
Yeah, that duck thing is evil if you forget to turn it off, like TT did in the very first.
I thought you could turn it off.
Honestly,
I was just stuck there in my own little prison.
I think for not doing a practice run off the rip, that was pretty okay. That's
Very much so was a practice
Yeah,
run.
you know, it was
that was a
scuffed
practice
first, you know, but like I think after I figured out what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, it all made sense.
Yeah, but did we mention that to chat? This was a trial run? Trial?
A trial run?
Yeah, except I still won that
God.
trial. So I had that on record.
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
Jaws won that.
Kiari, you
doctor
left the
got
defense open for
When you're
you.
defending
There
the
she is.
president of Pickle Corp,
Oh,
can you really win?
Yeah.
That
yeah.
doctor was a
That-
quack. He didn't have a proper degree.
Yeah,
Thank
He
God.
got it
I think he kind of
online.
deserved what he got.
He got it online from so-called
Death from on the
hardboard.
jury.
Gary, do you want to play prosecutor or do you want to play defense?
Who do you want to kill? Do you want to kill or do you want to defend?
I like murder.
All right.
Okay,
listen,
we can
get
swap.
on- Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, there's 3
Alright, we're
maps
good.
if we want to use a different one, by the way. Just-
Let's try a
Let's
different.
use a
Let's try a
different
different map. Let's
Let's
try a
do a
different map.
different
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna love this one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What in the Final Fantasy ass name?
Oh, God.
Okay.
No
Hello, Your Honor.
You know, like
Sorry,
Sorry,
Your
Mr.
Majesty.
I'm not dressed for this
Yeah.
occasion.
Am I wearing a crown or am I like whatever?
You're
No,
you're in
you're
a
still a
sick
judge.
throne.
Oh, excellent.
You look beautiful, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I love
Oh,
medieval
Mr.
times.
Johnson, we're
Do we get
working.
to see the
Sorry, Your Honor.
the crime
Couldn't help
before
myself.
we pick our cards, and we
Hello.
have to pick them first?
No, I would say wait for prosecution to do the thing, then pick your cards. Trust.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for the best.
Listen to me. You're gonna shut up. You're gonna talk only when you're spoken to, and you're gonna listen to me again. Okay? All right. Your Honor, it's nice to see you here today.
Mr. Smug, as always.
Oh, he's guilty.
Oh my goodness.
He's guilty.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
All right.
Dear
Hold on. Before we
God.
do anything, I'm going to pass the talking stick to the prosecution. Prosecution, your opening
Hello?
statement, please.
My statement, let's see here. It seems
Oh wait, just
here.
wait before we start. If I click on one of these cards, it gets played, right?
It will reveal it.
When
yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay. I
Yeah, so
understand.
wait for your
And you only
time
have
to
five
talk.
five
So
chances.
Kiari, this isn't using evidence yet, by the way. This is just you're
I'm just
explaining
looking
what
at
you're
it,
doing here
sorry.
today and why you think our friend here is guilty. Opening statement.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know about you, but if you see a Mr. Peach over there as he walked into this courtroom,
Oh,
I gotta say it's pretty freaking clear. He's
yeah,
guilty
Damn.
Guilty of? What are the charges, would you say?
of having a big, scrumptious, dippity dumpity.
Big
As the kids would
scrumpish
say.
dippity dumpity. I'll be seeing about that. Defense? Your opening statement?
Well, first off, Your Honor, good to see you again today.
Mr.
Hope the
Smug,
wife and
as
kids are doing well.
always. Pleasure
Yeah.
to have you.
His ass.
To the jury and the prosecution and the witness, thank you all, first off, for making the time out of your busy lives to join us for the trial today. We know that you guys are very busy people, and it can be very annoying to get picked for jury duty, but you're true patriots. You're true patriots for
Your
doing your
Honor.
civic duty. My
Your Honor.
client,
Tell him to cut to the point, please. Thank you.
Yeah, cut to the point, Mr. Smug, please.
if the prosecution would allow me, I was getting right to that.
Of course, of course.
No, you're
My
like,
client,
prologuing.
Mr. Peach, is accused of having a dumpy. A dumpy so fat, so juicy, so scrumptious that people think it's been worked on. And my client, Mr. Peach, is honestly hurt by such derogatory, fat-phobic comments from people that he is here to show the world that, in fact, it is a lie. Thank you.
All right, going to pass the
Interesting.
talking stick to the back of the prosecution. Prosecution, whenever you're ready, your questions. If you want to ask Mr. Peach, well, I can't ask Mr. Peach. You call any witnesses to the stand. You want to ask the defense any questions. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I would like to call the witness to the stand.
Which witness?
Who is ready to stand?
Both. We have the expert on standby and the nosy janitor. You just tell me who you want to bring up, and I'll bring them forward.
I want the expert.
Yes, it's me, the expert.
Good day to see you, Mr. Expert. Here I have a very prominent example, okay? Just want you to notice something. What is the first thing you saw when you walked into this courtroom?
The first thing I saw when I walked into this courtroom was that big, juicy, dumpy ass of Mr. Peach.
See, Your Honor, it isn't just, the expert, me, and everyone else in this courtroom. It's just Mr. Peach is known for genetically just having a dumpy.
Objection, Your Honor.
Defense?
I'm looking at it right now. My client has no legs. Therefore,
Objection,
no
Your
ass.
Honor. Relevancy.
Just like you.
Defense, I'm going to overrule that because that is usually down to an opinion. I don't believe the jury or the prosecution can see it from over there.
Understood.
Prosecution, you may continue. Oh, I'm sorry. I should ask this. Expert, can you state to the court what you are an expert on, just for the record?
Yes, of course. I have multiple PhDs in assology, dumpology, gyatology. I am very much an expert in every single field of ass.
Mr.
If you-
Expert is the
If
top
you'd
of
like,
our
I have a
country and expert
dissertation
of ass.
on gyats, if you so desire. It's really quite an interesting read.
I'll pass on that for now.
Mm.
No, hold on. Breaking
Oh,
news.
breaking news.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Coming
Ooh. Well,
Fake
well,
news.
Well,
Fake news.
well,
Yes, I
prosecution.
was actually the judge on that.
Oh.
that is right. Mr. Expert over here was flown in from his time in Europe. He left Europe, the comfort of Barbados, to be in this competition, and he judged Mr. Peach as the juiciest, biggest dumpy of that competition. We have film
Objection.
evidence of it.
I'd like to ask
Defense?
the credentials of this competition. Who was it? Where? What
I
is
literally
the,
just said we have film
organization?
evidence of it. Please open your ears, Mr.
I want to
Lippert.
know
Do we
who
have
is hosting
like,
this
the physical
content. Are they a
evidence,
credible source?
prosecution?
Yeah, let me see. The fuck here sounds like that. Nothing here.
You hear
Can
that?
we
Your
pretend
Honor?
that this
Jury?
is it?
Nothing.
Well,
Hey man, I'm not
well,
repeating right now. Shut up.
Ooh. Defense, are you going to take
Cringe.
that defense?
You hear this? The prosecutor thinks this is merely role play. This is not role play. Someone's life
calm
is
down
on the
there.
line.
Thank you,
Thank
bailiff. Thank
you.
you, bailiff.
Getting out of hand.
Guys, I have a better piece of evidence. This
All right.
happened right now in this courtroom as Mr. Peach walked in. Right? A chipped mug. His ass was so fat, he knocked down my coffee mug in this courtroom.
My word.
So I have this one
Would
now,
need
the
to
one that
be
Mr. Judge
quite
gave me.
yeah, to knock a desk over, knock the
Objection.
contents of it on the floor.
I'd like to bring
Defense?
this to the stand because I found this over on the prosecution side before we started.
And all right, All right, defense.
Excuse
I'd like
me?
to
What
question
does that have
the
to do with
sobriety of the prosecution and see if there's actually any proof that it was indeed my client that broke the mug and it wasn't just the prosecutor drunk and knocked over their mug themselves. What was in that mug?
Objection, Your
actually?
Honor. Relevancy
Prosecution.
to the case? What does that have to do with Mr. Peach's
well-
big juicy dumpy?
If, well, to answer your question, if it is true that that wine bottle was empty, although I don't really know.
What I'm
if you could even
implying, Your
confirm if
Honor,
someone, the prosecution
Your Honor,
drank it, or
I'm
someone else
thinking
drank
that
it.
defense is framing me because we
What
know
I'm
legally we
implying,
can't
Your
have
Honor,
alcohol
is
in the
that-
courtroom.
if I have the green light, if I can
Yeah.
just
Oh,
explain
yeah, of course,
myself.
defense, of course.
The prosecution is implying that Mr. Peach's dumpy has knocked over the prosecutor's mug, which simply is just not true. First off, Mr. Peach has been on this side of the courtroom for the entire time. We can check the cameras if there are any.
Well, I do
And
have a
not
way
to
to solve
mention-
this. Jury, when Mr. Peaches entered the courtroom, did any of you witness Mr. Peaches bumping into the desk and knocking the mug off of the desk?
His
I
juicy
did
fat
happen
ass.
to see
Your Honor, I can't see
a
shit. I'm
large
blind.
lump.
Okay, well, excuse.
I believe the jurors are not actually a credible
Mr.
source.
Thompson. Did you either of you witness
Your Honor,
Mr.
he
Peaches
just
bumping the desk?
disrespected the jurors in this courtroom.
Thank you, bailiff.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Oh, if only there was an expert who could help you with such
Jurors,
a thing.
did you witness it? Yes or no?
Mr. Expert,
Yes,
can
we
you
have.
tell us what you saw as you walked into this courtroom?
Yes. Well, actually, what I can do you one even better. So, if we're to take this mug and analyze the exact chip structures, the structural damage incurred by this mug, we can actually conclude that it was caused by a dumpy. Now, I cannot say exactly which one, but
Breaking
it
news.
was definitely caused by. Damn!
This is some interesting developments, actually.
That is absurd.
That is insane.
It looks like now we have further evidence to prove that it could in fact be the prosecutor's dumpty that knocked over the mug. Actually,
That is
Your
okay.
Honor,
But
I am
okay,
wearing
before we go
no
any
pants
further,
today.
I'm going to scratch the wine bottle from the record. Okay, this is the evidence because there's no way Mr. Smug is capable of proving that the prosecutor is the one that drank that bottle. I will leave the mug up though, because according to the jury, they did witness Mr. What's his name, Mr. Peaches, bump the desk. So for now, unless Mr. Smug can prove something else caused the fall, but at the moment, the jury believes they saw Mr. Peaches bump the
actually,
desk.
I think I could.
Floor is
I'd like
yours.
to call to ask the nosy janitor. I'd like to bring the nosy janitor to the stand.
Of
Actually,
course.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Janitor,
Yes.
would you? So the jury
Mrs.
says that they were
Janitor?
not able.
Mr. Smug, it's sorry for the record, it's a miss.
Miss Janitor, my apologies.
Yes. Thank you.
Would you say the jury? Hold on, out of character. The jury said that they did not see anything, right?
No, they said
They didn't.
two of them
They
said they saw Mr. Peaches bump the desk.
One juror is blind and the other two saw it, for the record.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, baby.
Well,
You're welcome, ma'am.
all right, never mind. That kind of fucks everything.
No, you can ask me questions.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mr. Smug, the janitor might have had to clean it up. Just saying if you want to
I
go
can
off
tell
that or
you
something.
things. I know a lot.
That's why I would like to ask a
all
question.
right, prosecution, passing talking stick to you.
Never mind, I guess.
Miss Janitor,
Yes.
do you remember when Mr. Peach walked in and broke my coffee mug this morning?
Well, you see, I was really, really busy, and it was just such a hard day because there was just so much to do that, to be honest, I don't really remember.
You don't remember?
I don't. No, I'm sorry.
Objection.
Even when you cleaned it up?
Yeah, I do remember cleaning it up, though. Yes.
I
What
object.
about the wine
How-
bottle?
Yes.
I'm objecting. I'm literally objecting right now.
Yes, defense.
Who
You're
is
good.
this guy again?
Speak your piece.
My fault.
The jury is stating that they saw my client knocking over the mug,
On the way in,
When-
yes, that is what they're claiming.
but the janitor is also saying the same thing. Would it not make sense for the janitor to be in here cleaning up the courtroom before anybody else is in here? Like
Yes.
the jury?
Objection.
That's
So
true.
how could both the janitor as well as the jurors see my client knocking over the mug?
Objection. I called the
Prosecution.
janitor the second the mug was broken. Therefore, we Latinas have a connection. Isn't that
This
right?
is also true. Yes.
So wouldn't it make
was
sense
like,
that the
Mija,
jurors...
venga, alguien rompió la cristal.
Noted
He
from the
said,
prosecution. I'm afraid, Mr. Smug, I'm afraid we have to leave the mug. If the janitor was called to clean it up, they wouldn't have been in the room when it fell on the floor.
If the janitor was called to clean it up when the mug was broken, it would make sense that if everybody else was in here, my client would be on my side of the room and
You're
not on the prosecution
wrong
side.
by the default of I called her, so therefore she witnessed the broken mug.
Hold on. So
Well,
the janitor,
I-
you speak,
I did-
please.
I didn't exactly witness specifically Mr. Peach doing it, but I did see someone do it. I couldn't quite tell, but I don't think Mr. Peach was in the room at the time. I'm not sure though.
That's very interesting because I'd like to introduce our next piece of evidence, if I may.
You may, Mr. Smug.
Miss Nosy Janitor, I'd like to call forth your little toe to the stand.
What?
That
What?
you recently stubbed, perhaps, on the prosecution's desk to knock it
Oh.
over and are trying to make some sort of attempt to blame my client.
Mm.
Audible gasp.
Nosy janitor. Is there something you'd like
Yes.
to say to the courtroom?
No.
If you're honest with me, there'll be no
How do you
punishment.
guys emote?
Yes,
The
Your
button.
Honor, I truly don't know. I didn't see exactly who it was. I know that someone did bump into the mug, but I don't know who exactly it was. And I mean, I don't think I remember an orange shirt, but I was so busy, you know. We were talking before the court and everything, and you were so handsome, and I just got so distracted.
So you could say that possibly you may have stubbed your toe on the prosecutor's desk and knocked over the mug when the others weren't looking? And the prosecutor might be trying to blame my client to further prove their case. Very interesting.
Witness.
Further prove my case. I mean, Mr.
Because you have
Peach, turn
nothing.
around. This case is over.
All I know
Witness?
is that there was a broken mug on the floor, and I did have to clean it up. And Mr. Punter, sorry, Your Honor, Mr. Punter, he just looks so beautiful. That's really all I remember.
But did you stub your toe, Mr.
Oh,
Smug?
did I stub my toe?
Yes,
Oh,
the evidence is that you stubbed your toe.
oh yes,
Smug
yes.
is
See,
suggesting
I was looking
that
at
you
Mr.
stubbed
Punter.
your toe and knocked it over the mug.
I was looking at Your Honor's beautiful, beautiful face and big luscious lips, and I just got so distracted that I stubbed my toe and I fell over a little bit.
Bailiff hit him.
I'd like to argue that the witnesses are the witnesses and the jurors are not actually witnesses at all, Your Honor.
Valid point, Mr. Smug. Valid point.
I would
All
like
right, would
to
you like
argue.
me to strike the mug from the record, Mr. Smug? Is that what
I
you're
think it's
asking?
irrelevant to the case. I think there's no proof to say, so long as we're using the witnesses as the witnesses and not the clearly biased jury.
What makes you say they're biased?
What makes you say
Sorry.
they're
What the
biased?
fuck, man?
We'll see.
You know what I gotta say
I think
about that?
they're- I feel like
Your
the fact that I've
mother.
been silenced by the bailiff a couple times too is a little telling.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to do a
Oh,
job.
Your
All
Honor
right,
has
Mr.
asked me to
Smug.
do so.
I have asked the bailiff like twice, yes. Every other time has
Okay.
been on the bailiff's
I
own
understand.
accord.
There's a fly on
All
you.
right.
I was trying to get it off you so it wouldn't distract you during the trial.
All right.
Is
Mr.
there any
Smug
more
has a
questions
valid
for
point.
me, or can I go
I-
back to my
I'm going
job?
to strike the mug from the record.
But, Your Honor, I would like to say something. How do we know that she stubbed her toe?
She says she stubbed her toe.
No,
Well, the
no,
evidence
you're
is-
assuming that. You are assuming that she stubbed her toe. You
Hold
don't know
up.
that she did. You're just assuming shit.
Prosecution,
The
You're
record
have-
just said.
You are pushing that upon her.
Prosecution.
Forcing that
I could-
upon
I
her.
could clip it. We
No.
could go back in the
Order.
record.
Your Honor, you're relevant. He's using Twitch talk in a courtroom.
Silence,
Well,
whether
aren't we all
Your Honor
just-
asked for order.
Thank you. Prosecution. Do you have evidence or an argument you made about the stubbing of the toe? If not, we do have to leave it in there as a piece of evidence to be used for later.
Man, I really want to go watch my like telenovelas right now. Damn.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me.
Don't
see.
worry, this will be over real soon.
There we are. Thank goodness.
Can we
Now,
talk
we're-
about the yacht again? Ugh. Big
Yes,
juicy
but
yacht.
I would like to get back to the point of the case.
If the prosecution has nothing, I'd like to call back the expert to the stand.
As you wish.
Stop sleeping in court.
Yes, I am the expert.
Mr. Expert, here in the records it says that you are an expert on assology, dumpology, gyatology, and you have a PhD in all of those fields.
Yes.
You could call yourself an expert of ass.
Quite, yes, indeed.
Where did you ascertain those qualifications?
Only at the most prestigious university for assology, dumpology, and gyatology. Ass University.
Ass University.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'd like to call forth some evidence to the stand here. I have these internet comments I found online on a forum for the Ass University that explicitly state that our expert here, little stumped on your name, Mr. Expert, he in fact dropped out of Ass
Dropped
University.
out.
Your Honor, I have evidence that can counter argue that. You
Prosecution.
see, the expert was going to drop out because he received this threatening, disturbing email
My word.
from someone that we know. Not sure who, but he said it's a familiar face.
Yeah.
Expert, are you comfortable sharing who that email is from?
Well,
The
I
bailiff
suppose
can
I could-
protect you.
Well, I mean, I suppose if I'm being protected by the bailiff, then yes, it was Mr. Peach, actually.
That's right. Mr.
Audible
Peach
gas.
threatened him, saying, if you weren't the judge at this competition, I'll find you. Very cryptic, I think. It's scary, even.
Hmm. So why?
Not good, not
do
good.
Defense can figure it out, I'm sure.
Very interesting, actually.
Mr. Peach apparently has been following Mr. Expert for a very long time on the interwebs.
Yes.
Oh,
right before
I see.
his ass
Ah.
blew up on Instagram. Can you believe that?
No, I
Yes.
can't.
His ass
Yes,
blew up
Mr.
on
Peach,
Instagram?
Indeed.
Mr. Peaches.
Mr. Peach's ass. Okay. Well, if I may bring
we
forth some
actually
more
go
evidence.
way back, unfortunately.
Well, you see, that would be fine and dandy and all. It would make a lot of sense as to why my client would have it out for Mr. Expert over here if there wasn't these leaked DMs between Mr. Expert and an unknown person attempting
Unknown
to
person.
frame Mr. Peach.
I thought I scrubbed that shit off the internet.
Mr. Expert, is there something you're not telling the courtroom?
Yeah.
I haven't been asked anything. I plead the fifth.
All right, well, defense.
What do
and
you have
prosecution,
against
it's not
my
job to ask
client?
questions.
Mr. Expert, what do you have against my client?
Well, what I have against your client isn't personal necessarily, but we do go way, way back. You see, it all started when we were both going to Ass University together, right? And Mr. Peach, ever the jealous one of my successes, copied my homework, and he got invited to the prom, and I didn't.
Ooh.
That's so sad, Hartwich.
And since then,
And why is that?
I will never forgive him.
Why didn't you get invited and he did? Why don't you tell the jury?
It's
Do
because
you not want to tell them?
No,
Because I can tell them
guess
for
I'm
you.
under oath. I have to say, it's because our asses are actually comparable.
What?
Yeah, they're real close. And you
How
know, you want to
Expert, how close
know.
would you say?
Definitely within a fraction of a couple of inches, which by the way is actually quite a lot. I mean, you know, a 1 inch is actually quite a huge difference. But
There is
Yeah,
a big,
you
there
know,
is a big
You know
difference.
what they always say? It's not the size; it's how you use it.
And you want to know
So true.
what Mr. Expert over here did to get an upper edge on my client?
Tell us, defense. What did he do?
I would like the everybody here to ignore the subtext on this so that it makes sense.
Okay.
But this evidence will prove to everybody why or what the expert did to get ahead.
Okay.
I present hyperinflation.
Oh,
Mr. Expert tried to inflate his behind
No.
to get an edge over
Your
my
Honor,
client.
Should I?
Hold on, before we do anything.
Oh.
Mr. Smug, be very careful with your choice of words going forward. Be very careful.
Yeah, you need to
Listen.
be very careful.
Bailiff,
The truth,
keep that stick ready.
the truth has to come out.
You may
God.
continue.
All right. Mr. Expert went through unorthodox reasons, unorthodox ways to make his gat bigger. And the rest of the community at Ass University was not a fan.
Objection.
Prosecution.
Your Honor, that has nothing to do with the fact that Mr. Peaches won first place, because remember, Expert was one of the juries.
Your
he was
Honor.
a judge. That has nothing to do with anything.
Let me
It's a
finish.
whole bunch of BS. He's just wasting our time here, Your Honor.
Defense.
Your Honor, I would. I'm gonna be honest. I started to forget the plot.
he was
Yeah,
on
Okay,
that's why
let me
I'm
catch
going
you
to
up,
argue.
because
Good,
I've been
Your Honor.
taking notes. Let me catch you up because I've been taking notes this whole time. Okay. The expert took part and judged
Yes.
the competition based on the breaking news that,
Right.
as you saw, Mr. Peaches won first place in the prosecution. Chiari got second place in that competition. He was there. He was part of that judge panel.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
Therefore, it doesn't make any sense, this leaked DM you brought up, because it's irrelevant. It's over 10 years ago those DMs happened. Mr. Expert has been out of college for a very long time.
yes, she has a point.
Mr.
Your Honor.
Expert, how old are you for the court? Can you establish that?
Well, you know, I don't especially like to tell, but you know, a gentleman tries to hide his age, but you know, I'm up there in the years. I mean, I'm close to 80.
Bailiff,
but,
hit him
you
until he
know.
tells us.
Damn, he's old. You know, he can't say his age if you.
Yeah,
keep
but he's
hitting.
got to take a beating to get the
Yeah.
across.
Oh,
That should jog his memory.
I don't remember.
Shit.
Bailiff, kneecaps.
Got him.
The plot.
Yeah, I'll be
My
honest. I kind of
leg!
like flipped the plot.
Yeah, I was a little.
As soon as you said
Fuck
hyperinflation,
you,
everything
man.
kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to continue on your
Listen.
hyperinflation plot, man?
No.
You know what I will
Just
say,
probably for the
though?
best.
I want to know
Alright, so-
this.
I'm telling everyone I am scrapping the hyperinflation from the record.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
There's no finish. That's all. I'm just gonna take that off the cards.
Your Honor, can
sorry.
we talk about the sock?
Yeah, Jerry, I don't know what to think here, guys.
Don't throw stuff in
Yeah,
here.
that's what I'm saying.
Damn, that sounds crunchy.
Sorry, I was
Prosecution.
hungry.
Your evidence, sock, 47 sock.
Don't eat the pencils.
My bad, man.
But they look so good, dude.
Prosecution, we can't
How do
That's
you
a
know they look good?
giant
You're blind.
fucking
You
song.
just speak up.
I felt them.
You're not saying anything.
You forget,
Mr.
if you
Peaches
press the wrong
handed
button.
me this sock in a Ziploc baggie, and he said, "Don't tell." I don't know what that means, so I want to ask the defense, what did Mr. Peaches mean by that?
Defense, what did Mr. Peaches mean by the size 47 sock?
Fuck if I know. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Relevancy, Your Honor. What?
All right, we're scratching.
Well, I mean, I am an
prosecution?
What do
expert.
you
I
mean?
could
Mr.
enlighten
Peaches
you guys.
did it on
this
purpose. Why would
matter.
he
No,
give me a
Mr.
sock?
Expert, you are not an expert on socks.
Oh, breaking
Look
news.
at you.
Mr. Peach's BBL doctor leaked as expert in field assology.
Oh.
Oh, what is that
Oh.
short for?
BBL
Your Honor,
dressing.
Brazilian
BBL
butt
dressing. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Bailiff.
I think the defense is guilty. I don't fucking know where to take this anymore, Your Honor. Honestly.
Okay.
Mr. Peaches, what do you
hold
have
on,
to
before
say
we
to
go any further,
yourself?
prosecution, any closing statements?
Me?
Yes,
Well-
prosecution. It's you.
I mean, I'll be honest. It was kind of prominent when Mr. Peaches walked in. I remember him from the competition, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's that guy with the goddamn ass. Whoa!
Yeah. His ass fat as hell.
He's as fat
He is
as
an
hell,
expert.
Your Honor.
There's that thing clapping.
He is an expert.
All right. Defense, any closing statements from you?
Nothing. Honestly. It's cooked. That shit fat as hell. God damn.
All right. Well,
Damn, do it fart though?
It do be farting.
Stop farting in the courtroom.
He clapped with no hands, Your Honor.
I'm arresting half of the court for farting in court.
I didn't
All right.
fart.
jury, how do you
BBL
find the
dressing.
defense?
BBL dressing. BBL
Well, the
dressing.
ribbons are clear.
Don't worry, kitchen.
Don't worry.
You are
it's
hereby found guilty for having the biggest, juiciest dumpling in the
It's
West.
not that. It's not
Haters
such a
will
bad
use
thing,
days
Mr.
with you.
Peaches. Don't worry.
Fire.
It's not a bad
Mr.
thing.
Guilty of getting a Brazilian butt lift.
Okay, Mr. Peaches.
They're
Guilty.
too sexy. You're too sexy to be contained. Don't worry.
I think I was meant to be a
Oh shit, guys,
journalist.
there's an after story. Look, the bonders lore.
Pleaded
Those are
insanity
kinda
to
peak,
reduce
Nane,
their
I'm not gonna
sentence.
lie.
The judge agreed and sent them to an asylum where they couldn't fit. They couldn't fit through the door because their ass was too fat.
It's kind of crazy. You guys want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Yeah, I was doing more.
All right, we can have
Perfect.
Kiara.
Alright, do we
can
just
be-
wanna
I'll be
random
the
this one?
journalist.
No,
We
you
could
guys think
randomize
whatever.
it.
I'll,
We can randomize it. Why
I'm
not?
back.
Sure, that's
Yeah,
fine.
let's randomize it. Why not?
yeah, guys, let's randomize it. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just pressed random.
Does anyone specifically want the judge spot?
Nah.
I mean, if you
Anyone
don't want
at
to,
all?
Punter, if you want to do something else, I can do it.
I kind of want to be the journalist. Can I be the journalist?
All right, let you kill yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, does anyone specifically want this spot?
I could try being the judge if you want.
All right, Mr. Smug. All
I'm
right.
down.
Oh, I get the
I'll be the
coolest
judge.
cats in town. Oh, Jaws. Oh, ooh, Mr.
Well,
Jaws.
well, well, Punter.
Well. Everyone, Liffy, I will give you a quick tutorial on the hammer when we get in there.
All right.
The hammer is his.
Yes, it is actually more complicated than you think. Okay.
Wow,
Liffy,
good morning, courtroom.
well, the prosecution writes up their, oh my god. Yeah, well, the prosecution
just
writes
said
up their
good
thing. Mr. Liffy, so middle mouse will rotate the selection of the option you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
Don't go near the guilty one or touch that one. The red and blue is how you choose who's talking, who's not, and based on the setting of a hammer, it'll also choose which witness you're sending up because they're color coded.
Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna sit on the blue and red one until it's all over, right?
Yeah, you don't have the hammer.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
So there's the two settings you're going to be using on the hammer the whole time. One is for choosing who's talking. Like when you rotate with the mouse wheel, it actually tells you which setting it's on. You can also see the picture on the hammer as well.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one that'll choose who's talking, you hit the red or blue for who's talking, and
Okay.
the witnesses. If you hold tab, you can see which witness is which color. So, example, if you sit to the witness one, so if you want to call up the granny, you switch to the witness hammer and then hit the red button. Call the granny up. Just make sure you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We're here.
Yeah, so if you
for
hit the
case
red
of
button.
John
Hold
Stock beating up old people.
hold on. Let me figure this out.
Yeah, so you pass the talking stick, switch to the other setting on the hammer. There's 3. Not that one.
Oh, I see. There's 3. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got it. I think we're good.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon,
yeah,
everybody. All right. Prosecution, you may present your opening statement. Why are we here today?
Your Honor, we are here today because of the defendant over there. John T. Stock was caught on multiple occasions beating up old people and then proceeding to hit the gritty afterwards.
Oh my God.
God.
Oh.
Your
Objection.
was caught on multiple security
Oh my
cameras.
God. Barry, I would never beat her.
There's no need to call objections yet.
Oh.
We will get to that. Do not worry. Is that everything? Prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor. That is the opening statement, Your Honor.
Okay, defense, it is your turn. What is your opening statement?
My client is innocent, and I will be taking apart the prosecutor's attack on the client as the defense. Also, my client does not know how to hit the gritty.
Okay. All right. Well, we will let the prosecutor start their opening remarks. Is there anybody you would like to bring to the stand or present any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. There actually is one piece of evidence I would like to bring up. So, when the police went to arrest Mr. John T. Stock, they happened to find this piece of evidence sitting right out in the open. This worn-out plushie that she used to practice beating up. As you can see, it is very bruised, filled with many memories of him beating the ever-living stuffing out of it.
Objection, Your Honor.
Yes.
You know, we all get a little stressed sometimes. We all get a little mad. Sometimes, don't you just want to go apeshit sometimes? And wouldn't you say
yes.
having a personal punching bag or a personal punch plushie is not the same as beating up an old person?
Technically, it is not. You are correct. Do you,
Where is the evidence of my client punching old people?
Well, Your Honor, I have one thing I'd like to make a counter-argument with that.
Breaking news.
Hold on. Breaking news. Man found punching elderly and hitting the gritty. There's a very punter who believes is the victim is found very clearly.
Objection, Your Honor. This is TMZ News, obviously. As you can tell, we are all sock puppet people. We do not have legs. We stand with our puppet arms.
I've heard that's fake news. That's yes. Okay.
Your Honor, I would
Your
like to call
Honor,
one witness
I'm
to
a
the
very
stand.
reliable journalist. I would never lie.
All right. Hold on. One at a time. One at a time. You'd like to call the witness to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which one?
Here, Your Honor, I'll do it again. Okay, for you again. Your
Grandma.
Honor?
The granny. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hello, miss.
hello,
Hello, ma'am.
everybody. What am I doing here again?
Ma'am, was it true
Prosecution may question.
that Mr. Junty Sock there assaulted you?
Oh, I don't remember too well. All I know is that my bones ache every time I walk. Or when I see anyone do the gritty.
Well, Your Honor, that sounds like some pretty damning evidence to me right there.
Sorry, what did you say? I was writing.
Right foot creep. Oh, what a mistake.
To
Okay,
recap for Your
interesting.
Honor, she mentioned that her bones ache every time she walks or sees somebody hit the gritty.
Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Is there anything else you'd
What do
like
you
to
think
ask your
about it?
witness? Does
You don't even need
the
to hit the
granny
granny with legs.
have anything she'd like to add?
You can literally
Your
do it
Honor,
without legs.
I have a piece of evidence that may change the tides of this court case.
You may speak.
And might I say, is this grandma known for... My client accuses this grandma of being a neighborhood
Oh,
Karen.
my bones.
That she does not like the youth in her neighborhood. And for that, I would like to present this broken phone.
Mm-hmm.
You see, my client did not attack the grandma out of spite. It was merely self-defense for being recorded in their own neighborhood. My client
But that
simply
does
hit the
sound like
gritty.
assault.
Objection, Your Honor. I'd like to say that is a free country and filming in public is allowed.
Well, I
Depending.
don't like
I
it
would-
when I'm filmed.
I would like to say
That's
my
Where was
client,
it?
my client was the one being filmed. This broken phone is their broken phone, that which the client tried to record themselves being filmed on. I would present the evidence of them being filmed, but as you can see, the phone is damaged.
I see. There was no possible way to recover any data from the phone, the broken phone.
No, Your Honor.
So what you're saying is the client was recording themselves in public, and the witness broke their phone. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
And they acted out of self-defense. So you're claiming that your client has
My client does
attacked
not
this-
beat up old people. My client simply
Unless it's
protected
self-defense.
themselves from this old person. This Karen,
see,
if you
okay.
will.
I see,
Objection, Your
okay.
Honor.
Yes.
She's an old elderly woman. She was scared. She didn't know what he was doing with that phone or why she was being recorded. There's no proof she's a Karen. It's just claims, baseless claims.
Is there any proof that she's a Karen? Defense? This is harder than it looked. Fake passport.
I would like to say the
Objection, relevant.
identification
Whoa,
of the
Granny,
grandma
calm down.
is in question. If you look here, you can see the age on her
Granny,
passport.
wake up.
She just looks old as hell, but she's actually just a middle-aged Karen.
Oh.
Your Honor,
That's
I'd
just
like
how
to
white
counter that
people
with a
age?
piece of evidence.
Yes, my name is Karen. How did you know?
Okay. Okay.
Whoa!
All right. Sorry.
I'd like
Prosecution. What did you
to
say?
counter with something else that was found at the scene.
You like to show evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. So, at the scene, the witness happened to drop her inherited ring from her late great-great-grandmother, and this ring dates back to at least the 1800s.
I see.
A long family heirloom. If she really was a true Karen, as the prosecution is saying, she would have sold that for money, but no, she held on to it as a keepsake.
Your Honor, objection?
Yes.
Irrelevancy?
Hardy in the courtroom.
Well, sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that the witness dropped a ring, a family heirloom, and
When
they
she
were
was
trying
getting the
to
stuffing beaten out of her.
and she got beat up for that.
No, for John T. Sock assaulting her because she slapped the phone away. She didn't make contact with him, but she slapped the phone away. Oh,
What is the
Uh-oh.
ring? How is the ring relevant to this? Hold on. Sorry, we'll come back to the ring in a second. The news is
The ring-
saying that the defense attorney is now the owner of the news. that is publishing on the
Beautiful
case.
defense attorney. Beautiful.
I remember when I was beautiful.
I believe there might be a conflict of interest now between the newspaper organization and
That's okay. I will be
The
donating.
defense?
I will be donating the news to my good friend Punter, who no longer resides on the legal
Objection, Your
bench.
Honor, that sounds like
Oh,
trying to bribe the
boy.
jury.
I love this.
okay. Okay,
Actually, that's my grandpa, so it was already biased to begin with.
I'm going to further in this court abstain from the really paying attention to the evidence of the news because of conflict of interest. The defense now owns the newspaper that is publishing on the case, so
That's not true.
that is
That was
true.
just the latest breaking
That is
news
that is
report.
Why do you
true.
think I work for TMZ? I'm just a journalist.
You're a report.
I don't work for TMZ. I work for the court, Your Honor.
Can we, journalists, before we continue, can you confirm whether or not your publication that you are working for is in fact TMZ or not?
Your Honor, are you deaf? All due respect.
No, I want it
I
officially
said I
stated
work
for
for
the
the
record.
court room. My boss pays her bills.
You are a journalist in here reporting on the case.
Hold
And
on, I need to do
publishing.
another. I need to report something else. You see, give me a
Forgive
sec.
my witness, Your Honor. She can't help herself when she
I'm
has that
simply
happen.
going to ignore
Oh,
the
my
news proceedings
old
in terms of
aching
evidence
bones.
for the case. Let's get back to the ring
Oh,
that you
fuck.
mentioned, though.
So,
What is
Your
the
Honor,
relevancy of the ring to the case?
The relevancy of the ring is showing her age and how old she is to counteract that
Okay.
so-called fake passport claim.
Well, I don't know if a ring's age could verify the legitimacy of a legal document that has been presented to the court.
Well, Your Honor, that passport, as was said, is a fake one, and I have no clue where that was gotten from because my client's records are all public. Even her
Is
birth
there any
certificate.
proof that it is a fake? Wait, hold on.
It is. It's
Yeah,
a.
it's literally a fake pass.
It's a fake passport saying that
Her
she
birth
is
records
an
are
old person.
Public, my president.
I-
my president,
okay.
my honor.
I understand now.
The fake passport says that she is elderly, but in reality, this is a lie.
Okay.
I presented the fake passport because she is lying about being elderly. She is just aged like milk
I understand.
because she is a white person.
How dare you? I'm a young 79-year-old.
79 years young.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I like to ask the
Hey,
jury not to
single.
flirt with my witness.
Yes,
Meet
jury,
me after court.
Love.
please abstain from flirting with the witnesses.
I didn't
Jury,
even
thank
say
you.
anything.
After the case, they're free to flirt, but not during the trial.
No,
Yes,
just-
wait until the
just-
case is over, please. Thank you.
We gotta
Fucking
kill this guy.
sucks.
Don't make me do it again.
That's the judge.
It was very.
All right.
Punter.
Let's
Whack this
let's
man's
move
crap.
on.
Your Honor, I would
The-
like
the
to call a
fake
new
passport-
witness to stand.
Yes. Sorry, hold on. That's the wrong one. Which witness would you like to call the other witness?
Yes, there are only
The
two.
we'll call the male woman to the stand.
Hey, I'm
Hello?
late to my mail shift. What's going on here?
Hello.
It'll only be a moment of your time.
And what is your name, male woman?
Hold on.
How may I
Yes,
address
I was
you?
going to just ask that. What is your name and occupation?
They designated me mailwoman 302 at the post office.
Okay, 302. And I believe you were en route in the neighborhood in which my client got into a fight with a key witness of the event that they are being accused of.
Is that what was blocking all that traffic?
Yes. Actually,
Sorry, the fight between the
I would like to remind you
and the granny.
why you were unable to move in traffic. You had a flat tire.
Yeah, there was this weird like ring-shaped hole in my tire, and I couldn't get it fixed, and I was stuck forever.
And that made you capable of witnessing the crime against my client.
The ring.
Yes or no?
There was a crime?
They just be having rings lying around the road.
Can you tell us what you saw that day when your mail vehicle was broken down?
Alright, so I was sitting there driving down the road, wondering why everything was stopped, and all of a sudden I just see these two wackadoos just fighting around, and I'm just trying to swerve around them. Tire gets all punctured, and I'm late, and I'm almost getting fired.
And you said
Order.
both parties were
If the
fighting?
jury could stop drawing my fat, voluptuous ass so I could focus on the trial, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I can't
My
turn
bad,
around
my
and see
bad.
it. This is unfair.
Don't worry. It's very big, very large, the biggest in the nation.
But you
Sorry.
would say both parties were
Continue.
fighting. 302.
Well, it kind of looked like a one-sided beatdown on my end.
Although one-sided, you could confirm that maybe both parties tried to fight each other? You did say both just
I mean,
now.
have you heard of self-defense? I've had to fight off a few people myself.
And to say, during these mail delivery escapades, where you've had to fight off a few people, would you say that sometimes it feels one-sided even in self-defense? Because
I mean,
if you...
You ever been jumped before?
Do you
I
believe...
carry precious cargo every single day.
Do you believe in
Terrifying idea.
the saying, fuck around and find out?
Perchance.
Judge sucks.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Okay. Prosecution, do you have anything for our witness that you'd like to ask?
No, Your Honor. They gave a good statement there.
Okay. Is there anything further that we would like to do? Any evidence that people would like to bring to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor. I actually do have another piece of evidence. I almost forgot about that. It's very crucial. So,
Please bring
you
it
see, Your
forth.
Honor, we have this stained apron that was worn by John T's socks over there. And it is stained in the blood of many of the elderly. He was wearing it to keep it off of his clothes, but forgot to wash it when the police came knocking.
Very interesting. Defense, would you like to explain on behalf of your client?
I would like to submit a rebuttal.
You're free to do so.
If you can look at the apron, you will notice there is a tiny logo. That logo is for the Hilton. It is actually an apron for a hotel that my client does not work at. For my client is jobless. A bum. A loser on the streets, if you will.
Actually, Your Honor, I have some evidence to rebuttal that.
Okay,
So,
please.
while their
pour your
client
forth.
may be a bum, they do happen to have this loyalty card with the Hilton.
Ooh.
Oh,
Do you care to explain that? But before we
I would like to rebuttal. My client is incapable of going to a Hilton. Because their GPS did not lead to anywhere. They are too stupid to navigate to anywhere. In fact, they were lost in the neighborhood trying to navigate to their house when this old Karen picked them aside and started to record them. Then broke their phone when they recorded back and tried to throw hands. But my client does not have a job and trains every day. They study the blade. They study the craft. They learned everything they know about fighting from what was the show again? Naruto. And they use that as self-defense to find their Nindo way back home.
We put on the record the judge has good taste.
Amen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Plus one for the jury
Well,
there.
Your Honor, I have one last piece of evidence I'd like to bring up.
Amen.
All
It was
right, please
reported
do
that
so.
there was an explosion in the distance before
Damn.
Mr. John T. Sock showed up and started wandering that
An
neighborhood.
explosion. How is this relevant to the case?
Oh my
Are
God.
you
Well,
insinuating
you
that
just
it is?
heard from the defendant there that the client there had studied the blade and other things like ninjutsu and such from Naruto. It is safe to assume that he was out doing some nefarious deeds.
Jutsu.
Sorry.
Your Honor, I object.
Okay. Yeah.
Anime is not real. My client is incapable of causing explosions.
back.
Take that
Don't
back.
say
Take that back.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that back.
Look,
Objection, Your Honor. I saw a guy do a
Look.
Kamehameha once.
Wait. Excuse
We're
me,
literally
Attorney
starving
Naneniwa.
people.
If anime is not real, why can't I do this?
whoa, wait.
The bailiff has a good point.
Holy fuck.
I think he's on to something.
Wait.
Anyways, breaking
The
news,
fence has
guys.
turned into a duck.
Wait, are they making
Breaking
out?
news.
Local judge doesn't know how to use.
Ooh.
Your
Your Honor,
Honor,
I'd like to call the granny back to the
order.
stand.
I do in fact know how the news works.
You straight up asked me who I work for.
Yeah.
We work
God,
for
I
the
wanna
same
kiss him so
guy.
bad.
You can't be this delusional.
You are a journalist for a
For the
news
courtroom.
outlet.
For the courtroom.
No, not for the
Oh, why
courtroom,
do they
for the
keep bringing me up
news.
here? I was
He's power gaming. He's power gaming.
This fucking
Wait, where
journalist
make
doesn't
the
know who they
pun at?
work for. I'm
Neither
concerned.
do you.
Behind the
You
courthouse.
really
The judge is
don't.
power gaming. Kiari's
Okay,
lore.
okay, or
What the?
The judge is being
everybody shut up.
uncivil.
Everybody shush. Shush.
I will
The
leave this
prosecution
game.
wanted to.
Your Honor, may I make one
The
statement?
prosecution.
We're gonna tell him he's not holding the top button.
You're not holding your button, Your Honor.
You're not holding the talk button.
I was kind of hoping you guys were just
I
gonna
was
let him
holding the
yap.
button.
Also,
Yeah,
if you judge for the government
Okay,
and
I'm
she
saying-
writes for
are
a
you
government
talking to me?
publication, Your Honor,
Do you hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if you
Shut
work for
up.
the government and she works for a news
Shut-
government,
I said no. You can't talk right now. The
not
prosecution
a
asked to
big
bring the
fan of
witness
the
to the stand.
I think
the
we have to report
prosecution-
this judge for abuse.
I wish
The
judge would acknowledge
prosecution
more
is
love.
allowed to question the witness for what they
Make love,
wanted
not war.
first,
Yeah.
and then you could ask questions after.
So,
Understood?
I was going to ask the witness if she happened to herself hear or see any explosions that day.
Oh, mayhaps. I don't remember too much. But
Ma'am, it is very crucial if you can try your best to recall.
Bailiff,
There were
can you
reports.
kill this journalist?
I'm
What
trying.
the fuck?
Can you kill them?
It's okay,
What's
ma'am.
wrong
Take
with
your
you,
time.
man?
I like their news.
Let's check this one.
I do think I remember
If
hearing
you throw, if you
some
throw,
sorts
if
of
you
that.
throw another fucking paper, thank you.
Your Honor, I'd like
Think
it
about
be-
your
to be
actions.
written down for the court that the
Yes.
witness does remember some sort of explosion that day.
Okay. And are you implying that the defendant caused this explosion?
Yes, Your Honor. There were reports of him fleeing from the scene as well.
Okay. I'm gonna crash out if you don't stop.
Love, not war.
Your Honor, the defendant is assaulting me.
Yeah,
that's not true, Your Honor.
I hate being a judge. I can't do this. What do you gotta ask? What,
Yeah, you're very
What,
toxic.
and what defense do you have to
I will pass my
say
turn
that
to the
they
defendant.
did not
Karen,
flee from this explosion?
grandmother
Yes,
Karen,
nice young lady.
That's my wife.
what do you do? What do you do for a living?
Oh, I run a local bakery. It's just behind the courthouse. I was baking a nice, lovely pie before I was brought up on the stand again.
And when you bake, do you knead the dough by punching it?
No?
Would you say you've trained in the art of dough making?
Yes, if that's what they're calling it nowadays.
And you would say you've had over 30 years of training
What the fuck?
at punching dough. How long has your business been open for? How long have you been bread making?
You can't show that.
Well, I don't know about this punching business, but we've been open for a good solid 60 years now. I inherited it from my babushka.
And would you say there's ever been any kitchen accidents? Like explosions, for
no.
example?
What is it? Is my bakery gone?
Your Honor, it feels like the defendant is pressuring my witness.
Yeah, what evidence do you have to support that it was, in fact, has anything to do with the bakery?
Well, what evidence do we have to support that the explosion had anything to do with my client?
He was seen fleeing from the
Right.
scene.
Who saw him?
Multiple eyewitnesses.
Where are these eyewitnesses then?
They couldn't make it. One of them was sick. They got COVID. They didn't want to infect the
they're
judge
not
or
on the
anybody.
record, and they're not in the.
It was also
in
on a
part of
news
the
report,
sport.
Your Honor.
I'm looking at
Not
the
from
breaking
the
news.
news
I'm
here.
not seeing any
Not from
explosions.
not from this.
If
not from this
If it's
report.
not here in the courtroom?
evidence, and it's not in the
It's
news,
in the evidence, Your
then
Honor.
it's-
There was an
I'm
explosion in the
looking.
distance.
Yeah, but the explosion in the distance does not state that it has anything to do with the defendant.
And what does that have to do with beating up old people? As I said, this was a scuffle, and my client was simply
is true.
defending themselves the only Nindo way they know.
I'm simply saying that.
Jurors, would you
defendant
not
is a
defend
violent,
yourselves in a
reckless
life or death situation?
Objection!
Yeah,
There's
or
no
whatever
life
she
or
said.
death involved with that. She's a frail old lady.
Love not war.
You know, for someone that got beat up pretty bad, she seems to be pretty okay today in court.
Well, yeah, you weren't there for rehab.
Prosecution, it appears that there is no evidence to support that the defendant was near or around the explosion at the time that it occurred. And the witnesses that you have to support that cause are not here today,
Your Honor,
as
I would
well
like to,
as the news
I'd
that
like to
we
suggest we
have
call up the
stated
male
on the
woman.
record are not relevant to support that claim at all.
Your Honor, I'd like to call the mail woman up to see if she had witnessed it herself on her route.
Sure, man. Welcome back,
Man,
Miss
if you keep calling
Mail
me up,
Woman.
I'm gonna be broke by the end of this. You can't keep calling me up here like
Yeah.
this.
We have a very important question for you. Did you happen to witness or hear any explosions on your route that day?
Yes, I did. Although it didn't
Hmm.
bother me at all because it wasn't on my route.
Okay.
Did you happen to see anyone fleeing from that general direction that looked like they were in a hurry to get away from it, like they might have caused it?
I mean, quite possibly. Like, all I'm doing is focusing on the road trying to get from point A to point B. I'm broke.
If you could point out anyone who might have looked like they were fleeing from the scene, who would you point out?
Let me look around real quick. I mean, that guy kind of looks funny, but, like, he's fine.
Oh.
I mean, the judge is also kind of funny looking. He looks like he doesn't know how the news works.
I know how the news works.
Objection, irrelevant, Your Honor.
I fucking decide what's relevant and what's irrelevant. Okay, and I think it's relevant.
Guys, I think I'm gonna report this judge.
I'm retiring after this case. This is my last case formally.
You've had a many good years, Your Honor.
You're right. You're damn right.
But I also
However,
do feel
I-
like I
a
saw
whole
this
3
guy on my
seconds.
route, the guy in lock and chain. He kind of looks a little suspicious. But that's
All
probably
right,
because
so
he
the
is
male
in lock
woman-
and chain.
the male woman believes they may have
Objection,
seen the
this is
defendant
prejudice?
fleeing from the explosion.
Just because someone
On
looks
what
sus
grounds?
does not mean they are sus.
Prejudice.
That is true. Do
Oh.
you have any? Well,
No.
I mean, it's he said, she said. It's hearsay.
Your Honor, I invoke nuh-uh.
All right.
The defense wasn't even there.
The defense may not have been there. No,
But my
that's
client
true,
was
but-
there, and I am speaking
They
for
were
my
there?
client. I was not What? Where? At the
Client
explosion?
was there?
No, my client doesn't know anything about explosion. They did hear one in the distance, but like everyone else.
Guilty client says what?
No.
That's good. They're good. They're good. They're good.
Get the client says nothing.
I didn't go to law
No,
school
no,
for so many
no.
years. Just
Got
to
you
not
there,
be
too.
good.
All right. All right. Well, I think we've seen about everything that we can get. Unless you guys have anything else you'd like to add.
I leave it up to
On
the
either
jury now, Your
side.
Honor.
guilty or not guilty, jury.
Jury, would you like? Do you have any guilty or not
Can you
guilty?
remind us what the crime is? Because I feel like I don't remember what it is.
Beating up
Well,
old
dude,
people.
I don't know what's
It's
going on.
because the
The
guy in the
defendant-
defense was beating up old people and then hitting the gritty on them.
But
That's
my
right.
client was not. He was simply acting in self-defense, as any of you
Remember,
would.
Punter, he did it to you.
That's right.
That still just sounds like assault.
Still is an assault case.
All right, give them a second. They're both drawing.
Your Honor, it
Understood,
was
understood.
self-defense.
Valid.
We'll see what the jury has to say. That's me.
That's some pretty damning evidence.
Diffie more like cutie. Thank you.
Ooh, I hate this judge. He's the worst judge I ever worked for.
You're biased.
I'm not.
Fake,
Okay,
you
wait,
work for
Josh
fake.
has
You
something
literally work
really
for
epic
fake
coming.
news.
Please give him a
Don't
second.
judge us says what?
Everyone who's a news reporter
What?
in the court has to work for the
Ah,
government. I want you to know
Johnson
that.
has something to say, and I think it's going to really shift people's opinions.
All right, I'm ready. Whenever
Just give
the
us that.
last jury is.
This could make or break.
Whoa!
Whoa, hang
Evil
on a minute.
Lippy.
Damn.
I'm really excited.
Also,
to see
Your
what
Honor, I would
this
like
is.
to dismiss the witnesses now. That's okay.
Yes, we could do that.
So just hit the same color again. There you go.
Oh, someone's mad because he
Nope.
keeps getting hit with paper balls.
Please, everyone, turn your attention
Stop.
to Mr. Johnston's.
Dude, who's a big
Oh,
baby?
Pompadour's poking through.
Oh.
I would like
Oh,
to state
that's-
for the
I got
record, the
some
pompadour
big
is poking
booties.
through the middle
You
of it,
know,
which is kind of funny.
I would like it, but it's sliffy, so burn yourself.
Accurate. All right, what's the
I wish
the
I could
verdict
bonk
from
the
the
judge
jury?
right now.
All right,
Guilty or not
Johnston,
guilty?
stop for 2 seconds and hit the button.
Hey, can you like not fucking whack my pee-pee while I'm trying to hit the thing? Thanks.
Yeah.
Mr.
So now you
Eyes
do it,
on
right?
you, punter. What is your verdict? It's not looking too good. Any closing remarks before we wrap up here?
I'd just like to remind the jury that the witness they called up was not the only old person to have been assaulted. This was multiple charges, hence
that's
why the
true.
apron was brought up and along with many other things.
If Punter is one of the victims of the beating, then he's definitely kind of he shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be in the jury.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Nah,
my
don't worry
wife
about
was
it, man.
He should be in the hospital.
It's
Honestly-
literally
Yeah.
so fine. Don't worry
Honestly,
I'm
we don't.
literally
Where
okay.
are the witnesses
Yeah.
and the people that were beaten?
There were-
Hell, I
there
just
were
make
covered
sure,
over.
No, I believe my client. Look,
you okay,
how
man?
you can't prove you're making up these people.
Yeah,
I'm not making up anyone. We had one of the witnesses
Any-
here. She's gone.
Where's the physical evidence? Where's the notebook? Where's the
Listen,
list of names of people
any-
affected by my client?
Listen, any witnesses that are not explicitly here today are irrelevant to the case.
We have enough witnesses with the nice old lady who was assaulted.
That was
Yeah, I'm gonna
self-defense
have
in a
to give my
special case.
verdict.
I quit. Wait, can someone tell me? Can someone tell me how it ended? I quit. I quit. I quit the case. I. Guys, what happened? Wait, I'm gonna go watch. I'm gonna go see what happened. Okay. That was guilty as sock. That was a guilty ass sock. Well, thanks for. Thanks, y'all. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, how do I leave? Okay. That was guilty as sock, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. It was something. I hope you guys all have a great day. I canceled my stream tomorrow because I have to go do stuff last minute with a bunch of things. So, yeah. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.